How many of them have called me to tell me, we love what you're doing with these young people because this is the gospel you're trying to raise? How many of them? They are there in inboxes and DMs trying to tell these people, stop working with this guy. Bahati had a record label. And the reason why he closed the record label, he complained about the same thing. You understand? Only that there was no witness. But now I'm a witness because the same thing that Bahati was complaining about. Watu wanapiga wasanii wangu, nini mambo ina happen kwa wasanii wangu. He closed EMB because of the same thing. So now it has shifted from him. Now it's here on 7 Heaven. But this new one, and this one I can assure you, it is not possible to bring me down. This one you can't stop. You will not stop it. I don't have to be the one doing it, but you will not stop it because it has started, it will grow. Because it doesn't belong to me. The gospel music does not belong to me. I am just an individual. I'm an individual vessel. And God has not entrusted it to me. God has entrusted it to the right people that He knows. These are the people who will sing to me in truth and in spirit. He will raise them. You understand? So you cannot start fighting me, just a vessel. You know, you cannot try to pull me down when I have looked up to you. I believe you are the one who should call me. How many of them have called me to tell me, we love what you're doing with these young people because this is the gospel you're trying to raise? How many of them? They are there in inboxes and DMs trying to tell these people, stop working with this guy. It is evil. And they want to extend their rot into ours. This one we won't allow.
Let me ask you, have you ever tried confronting them?
I've called a few of them that I've been able to reach. But the rest, I haven't called them. It is something that is very recent that I'm talking to you about. It's not something that, because I released the song last week. So of course, I'm talking to you about something that has happened in the last 2-3 days. You understand? But I will get time to speak to every one of them. I didn't need to speak about it here, but I spoke about it in Bahati's sense to explain if that is what Bahati is saying. Because Bahati had a record label. And the reason why he closed the record label, he complained about the same thing. You understand? Only that there was no witness. But now I'm a witness because the same thing that Bahati was complaining about. Watu wanapiga wasanii wangu, nini mambo ina happen kwa wasanii wangu. He closed EMB because of the same thing. So now it has shifted from him. Now it's here on 7 Heaven. So if that's what he's saying, then it's true. When it's true, we have a problem. Only thing I don't concur with Bahati, my brother. Unajua Bahati alihit kabla mimi bwana. Alikuwa star kabla mimi. You understand? Kenye tu sikonkana yeye ni kusema ati ndio maana hatuna hits. I think I watched the interview, so I know there's a point he said that's why we don't build hits anymore. See, there's no one who has hits. Even the secular does not have. Sahi hakuna mahali kuna hit. The last hit song, even worldwide, was Jerusalem. So hata hiyo pande nyingine pia hakuna hits. So hakuna kitu. Hiyo ndio reason why hatuna hits. It's just that I think what I would need, what I understand from the place where I stand, is that the wave has not shifted, or the wave has not has not blown out or blown up in the next continent or in the next country or in the next genre. This is how it happens. Kuna time wave inakuanga wave ya reggae. Watu wote wanataka kusikia marege, maridim. Kuna hiyo time maridim zimeshika kabisa. You understand? Then in a switch, Nigerian music. So sasa Nigerian music ndo zinashika, kina P Square wakakuja zikashika, kila mtu kila mahali unasikia Nigerian, then ika switch wave bongo. Sasa tuko bongo, mziki ya Tanzania ndo tunaisikia kabisa. You understand? So that's a wave that goes around. So we have not gotten the next wave worldwide. Kuna mtu akona hit sahi, hata gospel wa worldwide, hata gospel wa wapi, hamna mtu enye imekuwa kidogo imeshika juzi ni everything you put your hand on, hiyo imekuwa hit. You understand? So worldwide wave atuja find wave iko in which next country ama which next genre. You understand? That's what is happening. It's not something that has been done by the gospel industry of Kenya. It is something that is there. It's a wave that has not been gotten in the next musician. We don't know. We are hoping and believing God that we will find it in the next musicians that we are trying to build. You understand? So it is something that is happening in the industry. You know what people don't understand, and sometimes we look at the industry from a very carnal perspective, from a very fleshy perspective, kibinadamu. But this thing is a spiritual thing. Hii ni kitu ya kiroho. Muziki ni mambo ya kiroho bwana. So zile vitu zina happen huko kwa kiroho, unless you are able to see them from a spiritual dimension, you will be here judging human beings, oh, you are the ones who have caused this and this and this. Kumbe they are not. It's not even about them. It's just a spiritual thing. And when you are able to understand it from the spiritual perspective, you are already living in the next season. Do you know why I am living in the next industry or a new industry? Because I've already been able to tell the seasons. The seasons have shifted. I cannot continue living and complaining about the former industry or the thing that is gone. Why? Because I've been able to understand there's a shift. You understand? There's a shift. We are not where we used to be. We are in a different place right now. So unless you are able to go to the next place where we are, you will keep complaining about this same place. You understand? So what is happening right now has nothing to do with the people. Because listen, when these people had hits, they still had flaws. So it's not the flaws right now that are denying us an opportunity to get hits. Even that time when they had hits, when they had the grace to release hits, bado watu walikuwa na dhambi hapo. Unaona? So si dhambi yetu ya saa hii ndio inafanya saa hii tusitoe hits. Hata wakitoa hits walikuwa na dhambi bado. Kulikuwa kumeshaoza tayari. You understand? So what I will just want people to understand is that there's that shift and we are in the shift. If you can be able to seek God, He will make you understand that things have shifted. That is why Chief I don't know if it's allowed for me to mention your name, Chief Okuzo and Plug TV is very influential right now, more than probably a certain TV station. Why? Because we are in a different shift right now. There's a time you would have done these things, no one would have come to you. No one would have given you an opportunity to speak to them. No one would have given you their time. But now we need your time. Why? Because your time is of importance to us. We are in the shift where now you people are more effective than us doing a different type of media. You understand? We're not saying that those medias are not important, but we're saying that in this season, in this wave, you guys have gotten closer to the people than the other medias. Why? Because watu wako kwa simu kila saa. So nyimu umekuja closer to them. You understand? It's easy for me to communicate with people through you than going to a TV. Because ile kitu hataweza kuona kwa TV, alishaiona already kwa simu yake. You understand? So those are the seasons. That is what is happening. You guys are big now. But there are times, those times when you're still struggling, there are other people who are big in their industry. You understand? So things have shifted. So the best thing we can do is not to keep complaining about the whatever is gone and whatever is rotten. Is for us to get into this season and operate in this season the way this season requires to be operated in. Because I cannot operate in this season the way I used to operate in the former industry. You understand? Those things that used to work for me in the other industry cannot work for me now. Those things that worked for me 2 years ago cannot work for me this year. Cannot work for me in this season, in the place where I am right now. So it is only advisable and helpful for us to be able to understand the season, shift into the season, and grow in the season and enjoy the season.
Kakangu hapo umesema kila kitu. Kuna maswali mengine yanakuja, lakini waje kwa tuende tu break kidogo na alafu nakuja.